Hey Talking fam, and welcome to another Talking Sports video. And today we are finishing off one of our series. This is the NBA offseason recap. I am happy to have this finished because I'm going to start NBA players returning from injury. I'll have a video from that and then a week 1 injury report for the NBA. And that will be my end of my videos for today. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look. First off, we're going to have the Atlanta Hawks. So they started out their offseason by trading Tyrese Martin. They traded DeJounte Murray for Dino Gallinari, Jock Landale as well for him. And then they traded Maurice Harkless and Justin Holiday. They also signed Aaron Holiday. As a free agent, they signed Frank Kaminsky. They waived Sharif Cooper. They signed Trent Morris to a free agent two-way deal. They signed Chris Silva. They waived Chaundi Brown. They signed Jarrett Culver to a two-way deal. They signed Marnie Brooks to a 10-day deal. And then they traded Maurice Harkless. They waived Marnie Brooks, Tyson Etienne, Chris Silva, Malik Ellison, and Jared Roden. That is the Atlanta Hawks off-season recap. And they had a big off-season, so yeah. Next up, number 2, we have Charlotte Hornets. They had another off-season. They traded Bryce McGowens. They re-signed Cody Martin. They signed Dennis Smith, LiAngelo Ball, and Xavier Sneed to a free agent deal. And then they waived Isaiah Whaley, Jalen Sims, Anthony Derugi, and Tyshawn Alexander. Then they signed free agent Theo Maldian to a two-way deal, and they waived LiAngelo Ball, Xavier Sneed, and Jalen Crusher. That is the Charlotte Hornets off-season recap. Now let's take a look at the Miami Heat. They started off by re-signing Victor Oladipo. They re-signed Caleb Martin. They re-signed Dwayne Dedmon. They signed Darius Stays to a free agent two-way deal. They waived Javonte Smart. They signed Marcus Garrett to a free agent deal. They waived Michael Mulder. They re-signed Udonis Haslem to a one-year deal. Oldest NBA player right now. And then they signed Drew Smith to a free agent deal. They re-signed Tyler Hero to a rookie scale extension. And then they waived Darius Days. They signed Michael Mulder as a free agent. They waived Michael Mulder, and then they re-signed Drew Smith to a two-way deal. So, also they waived DeMarcus Garrett. They waived Jamari Bouye. They waived Orlando Robinson. They waived DJ Stewart, and then they waived John Elmore. So that is the Miami Heat offseason recap, and yeah, so a big one for them. All right, next up, the Orlando Magic. They didn't do so good last year, 22-60. They didn't do very much this offseason. They re-signed Gary Harris. They signed their draft pick Paolo Banchero. They re-signed Bobo. They re-signed Mo Bamba. They signed Caleb Houston. They re-signed Admiral Schofield to a two-way deal. They signed free agent Kevin Harris to a two-way deal as well. And then they signed Xavier Simpson, Aleem Ford, and Jay Strub. Then they waived Xavier Simpson, Aleem Ford, Drake Jeffries, Jay Strub. They waived Jay Strub again. And then they waived Devin Kennedy. So that is the Orlando Magic offseason recap. Now finally, our last team of the Southeast Division, the Washington Wizards. They started out by re-signing Anthony Gill. Then they signed DeLon Wright. Then they re-signed Bradley Beal to a 5-year contract. Then they traded Monte Morris and Will Barton. And then they signed Taj Gibson. They signed Marco Mulder to a 10-day contract. They signed Jordan Goodwin. They signed Davion Mintz to a 10-day, as well as Quentin Jackson. They signed Devon Dotson to a free agent deal. They waived Davion Mintz. They waived Marker. They signed Craig Sword. They re-signed Jordan Goodwin to a two-way deal. They waived James Akiniki. They waived Craig Sword. They waived Quentin Jackson. They waived Devon Dotson. So that is the Washington Wizards offseason recap, and that will be the final team of our recap. Thank you guys for watching this series. Please like and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.